Hello and welcome to another edition of Conspirator Brock's Pull List. This is my pull list for the week of July 5th, 2017. As some of you follow me on Twitter, you saw my journey yesterday of having to go get the comic book shipment for Comics Conspiracy and Elusive Comics. I had to leave at 2 in the morning on Tuesday to drive 3 hours south to Cattleman City in California, where the FedEx freight hub is. And they loaded the pallet onto my truck, and I came back and got at Comics Conspiracy around 9. So, due to the 4th of July holiday, we wouldn't have gotten our books until today, Wednesday, in the afternoon, or as possibly late as Thursday. Now, I know a lot of shops have been affected by the 4th of July holiday, so if you're watching this and your shop was one, you have to wait till Thursday or even Friday before you can get new books this week. Yeah, sucks, but that is the case. But I went down so we would have comics at Comics Conspiracy and also over at Elusive Comics for Wednesday release. So, yeah. So I got some comics to show you guys today. So if your shop got your books, awesome. If your shop didn't, then here's a little preview, as usual, of what is out this week that I'm picking up. So first up, we have Bane Conquest, number 3 of 12. I've read the first two. They're okay. I don't necessarily think that this needs to be a 12-issue thing. Feels more like a 4 to 6 issue thing. So, yeah, I'm a little it might have been better if DC had done this in, like, the thicker format. And, you know, giving you like 2 issues at a time or 3. But yeah, it's okay. Overall, okay. Next up, we have Batman number 26. It continues the War of Jokes and Riddles. If you have not yet read it, the War of Jokes and Riddles, it was awesome. Issue 25, I just finished it today. And it makes me want to go back and read more. Or it again. So, yeah, Tom King has just been doing a fantastic job with Batman. And I can't wait to see what happens in issue 26. Next up, we have Bloodshot's Day Off, number 1. This is a one-shot. I guess we're going to see what happens when Bloodshot kicks back. Who knows? Next up is DC Comics Bombshells, number 30. Yep, I keep getting it like a sucker, and it's hopefully it finishes up soon, and I can just sell my run. Next up, we have Ever After from the Pages of Fables. This is issue 11. Ever After has been pretty good. It's nice to see Fables characters, because since Fables is over. Yeah, good stuff. Next up, we have Green Arrow number 26, Hard Traveling Hero Part 1. I'm really behind on Green Arrow, so I need to try and get caught up, but everyone's been saying it's great stuff. So, next up, we have Green Lanterns number 26. The First Ring is the story arc going on here. Much like a lot of my other books, I'm behind. I'll show you how behind in a little bit. But yeah, so looking forward to it. It's been good stuff. Next up, we have Harley Quin number 23. This continues the Family Circles story arc. It also has the Paul Dini backup story in it. So for those of you who are classic Harley fans, I do recommend grabbing up those Harley issues that have the Paul Dini stuff in them. Next up, we have Justice League number 24. This is Fury. It looks like Mara's getting pissed off. I'm behind on Justice League, so I need to get caught up. But overall, it's okay. Next up, we have Justin Jordan's Vertigo title, Savage Things. This is issue 5. It's a very brutal title, but very interesting. So, continuing with it, single issue. And last up, we have Superman at number 26, Brain versus Brawn. No, it's not Tomasi. So I'm curious to see how well this translates. But book's been amazing so far. So, but I'm again behind. So, I did pick up some variant covers this week. For those of you who are into second printings, third printings, fourth printings, fifth printings, the Batman 24 issue came out with a sketch cover variant. This is the third printing of this title. So if you have not yet grabbed it, there are copies out there. Next up, we have Green Lanterns 26. I thought that was a pretty cool cover there, so I decided to snag that one. Frank Cho's been doing the Harley Quin ones, so of course I had to get that one. And Superman had a pretty cool patriotic one, so I snagged that one up. There was one variant that I was not able to get because we were shorted all of our copies of it, and that is the variant for Batman 26. If you follow me on Twitter, I actually replied to Ryan Higgins. Ryan, he posted a picture of the variant cover about a month or so ago, and it looked amazing. It was a Poison Ivy. It's a shame that we got shorted. Hopefully we can get copies back in. Yeah, I don't know. A lot of the Tom King stuff has been going to second print and selling out, so I may have to try and snag it somewhere else. But yeah, if you see it, get it. It's awesome. I did pick up a trade this week, and that is the Wonder Woman by Greg Rucka, Volume 2. This collects Wonder Woman 206 to 217 and Flash 219. I read the first volume. It's great stuff by Rucka, so if you're curious about Wonder Woman, you want to jump in and read some stories, the Rucka run is amazing, and Volume 1 is out there, so yeah. I did get a special order in this week, and that is the Terry Dodson Harley Quinn Red, White, and Black statue. As you can see there, this one has very little weight to it, so I don't know if it's going to be good, but I hopefully we'll be able to get an unboxing video of this up for you soon. Yeah. For those of you who like freebies, your local shop might have snagged up the Star Wars Adventures freebie that came out. It looks like it's just a preview of some stuff that's coming out from, who's this coming from? From IDW Publishing. So yeah, so it looks like IDW is picking up a little bit of this, the Star Wars comic book stuff. So yeah, so great for kids, all that. So that's it for my pull list. Those again are the titles that I pick up for my collection, for myself. Yep. And now we're on to the read list. So first up on the read list is a title we were shorted, and we finally got our copies in, and that's Invincible Iron Man number 8. I've been enjoying the Riri Williams Iron Man stuff, but again, every single time it should be called Ironheart. I don't know why it's called Invincible Iron Man. Next up we have a new number 1 from Image by Pablo Raimondi and Klaus Janson, and it's Sacred Creatures number 1. This is a thick book. Very, you can see there's there's a lot of pages to it. It's $4.99, so it might be a deterrent, but I'm gonna check it out and see if I like it. Next up, we have 7 to Eternity, number 7. Rick Remender's been doing an amazing job on this book. I look forward to reading it every single time. Artwork by Jeremy Opeña. Just good overall stuff. The first trade is out, so if you are curious, I would highly recommend going and picking up the trade and reading it for yourself. Next up, we have Star Wars number 33. We are no longer in the Screaming Citadel story arc that finished with the last issue of Dr. Aphra. So now we're continuing more Star Wars stuff. So Star Wars books have been just amazing. If you are a Star Wars fan, you like Star Wars, you want to see, I would highly recommend getting into the current Marvel Star Wars stuff. And finally on the read list is X-Men Gold number 7. 6 issues in, and we're already tying in with what's going on with Secret Empire. Notice the bar on the top. Yeah, the first story arc was okay. I liked it. It's overall the best X-Men book out right now. I'm no longer going to be reading X-Men Blue. The last issue was just atrocious. The art was haphazard in relation to the actual content of the book. The art itself didn't fit the book. And the last line was Jean Grey saying something about, "Can you teach us to be ninjas?" And I was like, I'm done. Not that I don't like ninjas, but it just really seemed like a dumb thing to say. So, I'm bye-bye X-Men Blue, but I'm still going with X-Men Gold, so we'll see how this tie-in issue works. There were a few titles that last week that I wasn't able to pick up, or over the past few weeks that I've been able to read, but I snagged them up to check them, keep reading, and that's Iron Fist #4. Was one of those titles. The Poe Dameron annual I didn't get a chance to read, so I'm going to check that one out. And last week, Poe Dameron Star Wars #16 came out. So, yeah. So I got a bunch of reading to do. And by the way, I was going to show you how much reading I have to do. So a lot of people, go through phases. There was somebody in the shop, Comics Conspiracy, this week, talking about wanting to move from single issue to trade only. It can be overbearing reading comic books week to week. If you get behind, it is even more daunting. So for me, right now, currently, I have a short drawer box drawer filled with the books that I need to read, or the books that I finished reading and I can't put in the other short box to file away because it's full. So let me grab it. Yeah, so you don't feel bad. This is currently what I have to work with. So all of the taped ones are ones I finished. All of the untaped ones are ones I still need to read. That's a good chunk of books right there. And this is all stuff. Most of this stuff is stuff that I want to read from my pull list. The reads I normally read first to get through them and stuff like that. But yeah, so if you ever feel like you're like, oh my god, I'm the only one, no, you're not. It happens to everybody. I would have been caught up with my reading going into the summer, but this year with my son being in kindergarten and added activities and stuff like that, I did not get a chance to read everything this as I was going. Normally what I do is I read it at my day job while I'm on break, or while I'm walking between going to classes, since I'm a paraeducator. I have this uncanny ability to walk and read and listen to music at the same time. So I fell a little bit behind. I'm trying to get on a routine of reading, but with random schedules of books coming out, or books delayed, books not shipping properly, me having to travel 6 hours to get books, you get a little behind, and it's okay. I am not at a point with anything that's really daunting. I do want to get caught up on Lazarus Contract. I have tried to stay current on Batman as much as possible. But if you ever feel like, oh my gosh, this is too much, it's okay. You're not alone. But going back to the customer that came in, it's okay if you want to switch over from single issue to trade only. People do it at local shops all the time. The shop would just then order and pull for you the trades that you would want to get. For me, currently, there are a handful of titles that I only read in trade. Those are Birthright, Walking Dead, Invincible, Invisible Republic. So there is a handful of books that I just read in trade. And there's probably more that I'm going to switch over to that format at some point. But your local comic store can pull trades as a subscription. If they don't, that's just weird. Like the customer that came in, it is really good to go in and talk to your local shop and let them know what you want, instead of kind of just not doing it, not picking your books, and just leaving them with all this stuff. So that's pretty much it. I need to get this up for you guys to enjoy. I got a couple other things I need to do. I hopefully will be getting to a unboxing video for you guys on this new Harley statue I picked up. So thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. I can't speak today. You can leave your comments down in the comment section below. I love seeing what you guys are getting, what your thoughts are on things, so on and so forth. So, let me know. share this with your friends, all that stuff. If you want, you can follow me on Twitter. My handle is @BrockSager. You can also hear me on the Comics Conspiracy podcast. We just finished recording episode 315, where we discuss the Marvel Legacy stuff that's coming out a little bit. We dive into Dark Days, The Forge a little, and we answer some listener questions. So again, as usual, there's a link in the description below for that episode, so if you want to go check it out, please do. If you like that or like me and you want to help me out and my fellow conspirators out, you can help us through Patreon at www.patreon.com/comicsconspiracy. For as little as $1 a month, you get access to Patreon-only content, like Toby and Charlie's Roundup podcast, where they talk about other TV shows that aren't comic book related. Also, Bryce Brieflies, which Bryce is never brief. So yeah. Speaking of Bryce, there is a t-shirt out there that is at Teespring. I believe it's www.teespring.com/Bryce_is_right. I will have a link in the description below for this. But it is a shirt that is going to help Comics Conspiracy, the store, move to its new location. And you get a cool little shirt that says Bryce Is Right on the front, and he has his quotes on the back, but the Bryce Is Right is in the front is in the Price Is Right font, so it's pretty cool. I personally will never own a shirt like that, sorry Bryce, but yeah, if you like our show or you want to help Comics Conspiracy out, check out that Teespring link. I think you can order it for the next few weeks. I'm not sure when the end time is on that. I think it's around the teens, but again, there'll be a link in the description below if you want to check that out. So thanks again for watching, and I will see you next week.